It is by will alone that I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of Java that thoughts acquire speed, that the lips acquire stain, the stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion.
Oh Lord, give me coffee to accept the things I cannot change, the extra espresso shot to change the things I can, and one more cup so I can tell the difference. Grande.
Hail, coffee full of cream, caffeine is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst the beverages, and blessed is the result of thy consumption, wakefulness. Holy coffee, color of mud, be there for us workers, now at the hour of our commute, so must it brew.
Caffeine is my shepherd, I shall not doze. It maketh me to wake in green pastures. It leadeth me beyond the sleeping masses. It restoreth my buzz. It leadeth me into a path of consciousness for its name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of addiction, I fear no equal, for thou art with me. Thy cream and thy sugar, they comfort me. Thou preparest a carafe before me in the presence of Juan Valdez. Thou anointest my day with pep, my mug runneth over. Surely richness and taste shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. How about you this morning? We saved you a seat. May your coffee cup runneth over, and may your day be magical.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. It's cold here. Just so you know. Welcome to the Coffeehouse. This is Vixen Littlepaw. Let me invite some friends up. Here's Cherry Bomb Pop.
What up, fuckers?
Straight Savage Mel.
Mel, you're muted,
just so
babe.
you know. And Goat.
Good morning.
Dane.
Good morning. Don't
Sir,
get
that's
trouble.
me. Tell me you are not streaming and driving at the same time. You know how unsafe that is.
Well,
I am not holding my phone. I am on my Bluetooth.
That's how you know he's a trucker.
Yeah, I was
I
just
am
going to say it's
watching-
like having the onboard cam.
I am watching out the windshield. I am not looking at my phone.
Morning, Dana Blake.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I'm not watching my phone as I'm dead-ass staring directly into it.
Actually, no. It's just where my phone is sitting at. My phone is sitting on the dash right at the gauges. So, I mean, it's right there.
Okay.
Polite, what's on your sweatshirt? I see horns.
It's a Highland
my
cow
God, it's cute.
with the little flower crown and the
Looks like
little
a
tongue
yak.
sticking
I
out.
see horns.
Yeah.
What is it? All right. Today I started a new coffee. It's called Jot. Opened it up. It smells immensely awesome.
She said you could do aromatherapy with this shit.
It was like, oh, just sit it here and just. So hubby says, so what do you want to do? And I'm like, just like usual with creamer. It's supposed to be a tablespoon to 8 ounces or 6 ounces of water.
I think you said it was 2 for 16, so it would be 1 for 8.
Yeah. And he says, okay, and so somewhere in translation, we missed water. And he hands it to me. And he didn't stir it. And I took a drink.
Oh, I bet that was a very awakening feeling.
It tasted awesome, but it was very much a shock to my system. It was smoother than espresso, but it was very similar flavor.
Harris Teeter has a coffee. It's Hawaiian.
Kona.
They have, yes, that one.
Yep.
And
trees.
I love the caramel crunch one that they have.
Oh, I don't do flavored coffee.
See, I can't do flavored coffees. I can put flavor in coffee, but I can't do flavored coffees. It's weird.
The only time I do flavored coffees is Barney's does a white every year around Christmas they do what's called White Christmas, and I cannot figure out what the blend is, the flavor blend. I know there's white
They
chocolate.
specifically made it just so Vixie wouldn't be able to figure it out.
I swear, because I usually can taste the coffee and tell you exactly what the blend is, and I can tell you usually what the roast and what bean it is. And this particular flavor for years, I've drank this. They've had it out for about 25 years, and I love it. It's so smooth. It doesn't have the alcohol after.
Like the
palate.
bitter.
I hate that.
Yeah.
That happens a lot with like hazelnut, that after palate, and you're like, oh, it just killed it. That first drink was so good, and then blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Don't say blah, blah, blah.
They also have one that they don't do anymore that was called Blue Jazz, and that was it was like a very light toffee and white chocolate, but it was very light. It was like a back palate flavor, and that cooler was one of my favorites.
Sorry,
anyways, the point of my story is I usually get about 5 pounds of the White Christmas every Christmas and make my own coffee cooler. I do a cold brew.
Yeah,
because the only way I know how to cold brew is like what we did for the coffee house. I can't.
So you do it in gallons.
You do 5 gallons at a time.
Yeah.
So then I can it.
So I remember it was a year or two ago. I was trying to figure out how to do iced coffee, and Vixie's like, "Let me tell you how we do this in coffee shops." And I was like, "Okay."
Yep.
How did they do it in the coffee shops?
Oh, you have to get one of those 5-gallon buckets, brand new, because you want something that's never been used before. You can get them at food service. You can get them at hardware stores. Bleach it out, clean it out really well, and then you go out and you buy yourself a white cotton pillowcase.
Mm-hmm.
All right, never been used before. White cotton pillowcase. It's got to be cotton, or this won't work. You put
Excuse me, Brentley, sir. I see what you're doing back there. You are not watching us. I am offended.
Who's not watching?
Brentley.
He's fighting ghouls.
Oh, okay.
They saw
Save
that
the
you're
world,
not
Brent.
watching us.
Save the world.
Shit.
He said, "Oh shit."
He's like, my bad. he was playing Fallout 76.
We're teasing. But then you take this white pillowcase and you fill it up with 5 pounds of coffee. Now, I like using the Turkish grind. That's one of the finest grinds. The Turkish grind is this side of espresso. Because you're going to get more flavor. It's going to be more robust. But you can use already pre-ground coffee if you want. It's okay. But it's 5 pounds. Not that pillowcase tight. Put it in your bucket. Fill it with ice cold water to the top. Put a cover on it and let it set for 24 hours.
Hi, Chris.
You have cold brew coffee concentrate. It's actually really simple. It just makes a shit ton at once. And then I add simple syrup to it. I did the math.
Sugar and water that you boiled
and
down.
then I can it in a pressure canner. So all I have to do, I do a half pint, like a jelly jar or jam jar. So one of those goes into a mason jar and you fill it up with milk, and that's perfect.
Hi, Jimmy.
Yeah. So it's just the way it works.
Oh,
but this John stuff is amazing.
I was about to get mad. I didn't see my cream.
I caught your video on what's going on currently with your situation, and if she screenshot what I had to say, I will more than welcomely give her my address so she and I can sit down and have a chat.
Yeah, they're not being very nice to me.
Well, if it was because of what I said,
no.
Oh, they can.
No,
okay.
it's literally just it was a weirdly cropped picture of my video on my page, and I was like, that's a little weird. You didn't read any of it.
Obviously.
You didn't get it. And then this morning I heard her say all bright and cheery to my brother, "Good morning, Ryan." And then when I went out to go to the bathroom, she was like, "Oh, you're finally out of your cave." And I was like, I just wanted a good morning.
Bitch, just you wait till January. I'm gonna fuck your shit up.
Yeah. It might not be till May, but
hey, you know what? Here's the thing: is you guys have an evacuation plan, and that is what matters the most right now.
Yep. And then I don't got to worry about it no more.
And trust and believe, if we were closer, I would tell you, you know what? Just camp out in my fucking living room until you guys need. My landlord's cool with it. She's like, we pay our rent on time. Apparently, she's never had renters that do that, and we've paid it on time every fucking month that we've been here.
Yeah.
So, like, we get away with basically whatever the fuck we want.
Mhm.
My landlord in Pennsylvania cried when I left.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I
He's
think
big
that if-
Italian. I swear he was mafia.
So,
I swear he was mafia.
Justin and I have come to the conclusion until we find a house that we want to buy, and we're not actively looking right now
Mhm.
because we're not ready to actually purchase a home yet. But once we are, we're probably just going to stay in this house until we find a house that we're ready to purchase.
Mhm.
That's always good. That you have a stable spot.
Right. And the funny thing is like anytime they
Jimmy.
come over and they do repairs or they come over to pick up rent or whatever it is, they're always like, you guys are such like the best renters we've ever had. And we just, they always make sure to tell me, oh, we've got to treat our best renters really good. And I'm like, you don't have to say that every fucking time. We're going to pay you next month.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Because they're so appreciative. Because most renters are such assholes. I've worked with renters.
Well,
And oh my god, some people because they are renting, they don't see it as their home.
This is my
Mhm.
home, though.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why if you see the place as your home, your landlords are going to love you.
Right,
Yeah.
because I take care of it. I keep it clean. I do what I can to maintain it within my own boundaries. And
Mhm.
she lost her dad the end of September. So when she came in for October, it was either mid-September because our rent's due in the middle of the month because we moved in the middle of the month.
Mm-hmm.
So actually it was the middle of September, and because she texts me, she's like, hey, I know you already have rent, but I'm going to be late picking it up because my dad just passed from COVID. And when she came by, I told her, I was like, dude, I completely sympathize, but here's the one thing that nobody's going to tell you. There's no process time on grieving, so take your time with it and let yourself feel everything, because otherwise you're going to shut down and it's not going to be good for you.
It'll be bad.
And she was sitting there and she looked at me and she says, nobody's told me that. I was like, the one thing about me that you will learn is I will tell you what other people won't.
Mhm.
Sometimes when you don't even want it.
Exactly. That's Dixie. She
I always
calls
say that
me
'cause
all
I'm
the
the same
time
way.
and she's like, Jerry, and I'm like, look, this is
Ma-
what's going on right now, honey. This is what we're going to do. I know you don't want to hear it, but this is what we're doing.
Good
Mhm.
morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Morning, Mike.
Michael.
Hey, Jellybean. I'm Muriel.
Mel has
Hey.
to translate for people for me sometimes because I'm like, what I'm trying to say is, and
Uh-huh.
I'm like,
And
just a minute.
there are times, well, 95% of the time, where when I'm talking to somebody, it's a very, very intense situation. I come off like I'm unemotional,
Mhm.
or I come off very sarcastic or very bitchy because of my tone of voice. And my thing is I have to shut myself down before I get emotionally involved,
Mhm.
because if I don't,
You'll feel all the feelings.
I'll feel all the feelings and I'll show the fuck up at your front door, and you don't want that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, you don't want Jerry to show up pissed off at your fucking front doorstep. It's just not a good thing. Like,
Mhm.
I got no problems taking a fucking county vacation. I'm just saying.
3 hats and a cot.
Yeah.
Man, dude, fucking free cable? Fuck yeah, let's do this, man. I got some reading to catch up on.
Did I show y'all my mohawk?
I
saw
noticed
it from the
I'm loving
side,
it.
and I love it.
I cut it
I
all off.
absolutely love it.
I wanted to do the sideburn things, but it was a little much, and I was like, "That's okay."
Because I shaved mine down, and I need to shave it again because it's getting
Itchy.
like where you can. No, it's just you can notice where the spot is more now.
Oh,
Mhm.
it's grown out.
Because I haven't taken it back down to skin in the last week or so. But yeah, okay, Jellybean, you just wait. One of these days I might. But Justin was asking me the other day if I was going to do the other side to match the one side, and I was like, dude, you know what happens every time I do the hawk? I only keep it for so fucking long. I said the only reason I'm doing this is because of that spot, and since the hair is actually starting to grow back, because there are spots, like you can see hair growth there now. It's not all of it, but it's enough to where I'll be comfortable letting it grow back out in a while. I'm going to keep it shaved for a while, though. I was like, I do the mohawks every 5 years or so. But the problem being is I don't have the patience to let the sides grow out to the rest of the length of my hair.
Oh yeah.
So I end up shaving my fucking head every 5 years.
Yeah.
Well, it's only been a year and a half since the last time I shaved my head. I'm going to end up doing it again. And this is going to fucking suck, especially if we go to get married in the next year.
Mhm.
I'm like, I need to order a lace front wig now.
Yep.
I want an invitation.
What? Why? Just
Wait.
do braids and stuff. It'll look awesome.
Well, so
If
let me
she
show you
shaves it.
guys.
Well,
and here's the
I
thing: is
fel-
originally when we had decided we were going to get married, I told him, I said, I told him, I said, the second that we're married,
Wow.
I'm going into the bathroom and I'm shaving my fucking head. And he was like, okay.
Pagan weddings is what I was trying to say all the time because
So,
we're dating.
okay.
I do
I'm
hand
caught
fastings,
up.
and my favorites are the Nordic ones because those braids just are kick ass.
Fuck yes.
I'm
So
making a hand fasting
My first
thing
wedding
for
was
Brent and
hand
I.
fasting.
Awesome. Are you getting a custom cord made, or are you making it?
I'm making it.
Awesome.
Oh,
Those are
even
my
better.
Brent and I picked out ribbons and stuff to put on it, and I still need like carbs.
I want to see it. I'm so excited.
It's not. I haven't started yet.
No, I mean when
So,
you.
oh yeah.
Oh,
So
my condom fell off.
Oh no! I'm stuck between two dresses right now, guys.
I
'cause I'm
can't
gonna
even
order it
show
from
up on my
Amazon.
doorstep.
There's this one because I want to go with something camo because.
Oh, I like
Cool,
that.
I love that.
Okay.
The
But-
tool.
That has
Yes.
very
Puppy.
like labyrinth, not labyrinth. What's the? I can't. Darkness, Lily.
Yes. Now, the next one, it's not a traditional dress. It does have camo in it because I want to fit within what he wants because he wanted a full on camo fucking suit, and I was like, no. So he's gonna do the vests that are camo underneath of whatever solid color he wants because that's fine.
Yeah.
That kind of goes with that whole picture that he posted.
I like that.
yesterday.
That's
Now-
lovely.
I was originally gonna do.
That-
Everybody was like, "You can't do white." I was like, "Fuck you! I can do whatever I want."
White isn't the original color for a dress. You know that,
No,
right?
but that's
It's
the
blue.
ivory,
Yeah.
and I don't quite. I that doesn't quite
not
fit
quite.
me.
No, I like the black one better.
So I think if between the two of them, I can
I
probably
think
order both of them.
The
honestly.
slit insert
Mhm.
there, you should have a cloak made out of that.
Oh, they had there's an option for that. Honestly,
Is there? Because I'm
Yes.
like, ooh, that would be
yeah,
so
there's-
cool.
there's an option. Now, granted, these are actually custom fit. You send in your measurements, and they're custom made. Now it's in China. Okay, but I'm not going to spend thousands
There's
of
a
dollars on
Lolita
dresses. I
dress
can
that
literally
I
buy
want.
2 dresses for under $300.
There's a Lolita dress on Amazon that is like Alice in Wonderland, the Japanese anime version.
Yeah.
And it's a custom sew. So if I sent him and it's like less than $500.
Yeah, like both of those dresses
Oh, I want it
combined
so
are like less than $300, and that's with shipping. And
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
No,
yeah.
not at all.
But because it's
Magenta
becoming more of a
insert.
reality
Yeah.
in our world, I've been kind of kicking into gear on that, going, oh, well, I need to update
Y'all
that
want to know
one.
how much my wedding dress was?
Whatever the cost of
$25.
fabric.
15.
Oh.
I know it wasn't gonna be much.
It was on the sale rack at Ross. It was a little white sundress.
Nice.
We're in Florida. My big spend though. My big spend was I got white leather flip flops to wear for my shoes. They're gorgeous. I wore those things until they died.
Mhm.
And I spent $35. I spent $35. I don't pay
More than double the
$20
dress.
What? So,
But they were so freaking cute. I bought them the day of the wedding too.
well, so the funny thing is we were chit chatting about it last night, and Justin was like, "Okay, so are we just going to go to a judge or what?" And I was like, "Oh, so our friend so and so is an ordained minister," and he's like, "So are we doing a wedding or what?" And I was like, "That's up to you." And then I remembered the last time we talked about this, we sat down and made the guest list. I had 5 people. He had over 200.
This is why hubby and I decided we were just going to get married at my mom's house with his parents, my parents, and their dogs.
Dude, I could do it in the backyard and be happy because where I'm from, if you don't do your wedding in your backyard, who the fuck
There's something
are you?
wrong with you. Yeah.
Right. Like, we're not going to go spend hundreds of fucking dollars to go get married in some fucking building.
Well, and then all we could think of is somebody's going to get pissed because we forgot to invite them.
Uh-huh.
Because we had hundreds.
Here's my
each when
deal.
we started
Here's my
making the
deal.
list, and I'm
It's
like, no, fuck
the
this.
way that
can't
I
do this.
want it is of course, he's going to have like his mom, his dad, his sister, like the immediate family. And we're going to have a few friends, maybe. But I'm going to live stream it so that everybody who says you didn't invite me has the opportunity to be there, because they can't say that I didn't invite them because there was a fucking live stream.
And that's a big thing now. People just live streaming, even little, just you.
Hell, the last funeral I went to, it was live streamed, and that's how I got to attend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was okay with that.
I'm going to put that in my clause when I die.
Well, when we get everything figured out, Dane, I will send you guys the information so you guys can show up, okay?
Because I know Jellybean's going to want to be there, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. I got you. I got you, boo-boo. All the bomb pops are going to be like, Cherry! And I'll be like, look, motherfuckers, Kansas can't handle all of us at the same time, okay?
Okay, the world might implode if all of us show up in the same place at the same time. There will be dimensional divides that will happen.
Right?
So, no, don't fuck with that. That's
the
not
continent
natural.
will just...
What happened? We created a Great Canyon.
Cherry got married.
And yes, before anything gets said, yes, I am parked. That's why I'm looking at the phone now.
Oh, you're fine. I was just...
I can tell. I was watching the window.
Hey, Dane, have you found sugarcane yet?
Yes, I have all 5 items.
You have
For
5.
what?
I only have tomato, carrot, wheat, and potato. I don't have sugarcane.
What are you making?
If you need some, I can pick some and leave it for you.
Well, I want the starts because I want to grow it, but he hasn't had it yet, and I've been...
You can grow it after you pick it, too.
Oh, okay.
Just like the pumpkins, you can dig a hole and plant a pumpkin.
So I got excited because I finally get the other shop, not the Nook and Cranny, but the other shop.
Yay! The Able Sisters?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I got mine finally.
I bought a sundress from her.
Oh.
So
if you go to Harv's Island and start donating to upgrade the island, you can get the guy that sells all the plant starts too. Leaf.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't know
Now, the
that.
stuff over on, when you go to Harv's Island, his stuff only updates once a week.
Okay.
Right.
Jellybean told me that yesterday.
I figured that out yesterday after much time travel.
You bought a luxury car that you can't even drive.
Like, all right, it's only updating once a week, so let's start going by a week now. But then I got tired before I got to sugarcane, so that's the only one I don't have.
I dropped fossils, appraised fossils.
I bought a yacht
in front of my museum. If anybody wants to come, I don't know what they are, but I'm just gonna start doing that. If you guys need them, you can come get them. Because I'm starting to finish off all my fossil things.
Okay. So. Sorry, going through the comments. When and if it it's going to happen, but when it happens, Jellybean, there are specific people that are going to actually get invitations to show up. The rest of everybody else can. Justin's like, me, I'm invited.
We'll see. You're on probation.
Vicky says, we'll see. You're on probation, sir. He said, what? To my own wedding?
Okay, I'm
the boss.
I'm grounded.
I'm the boss.
So the first time I got married, I did it in a house. It was in between the kitchen and the living room in the hallway. And the dress cost $110. And it was a hand fasting. The second time I got married, I went to the courthouse and I wore a tank top and a pair of dress slacks. And the last time I got married was literally a hoodie and blue jeans, and I signed a marriage license in a fucking salon, and that was the wedding. So this is going to be a big shit deal.
Yeah. I kind of felt bad after our wedding, because then I realized that hubby kind of wanted a wedding, like a big wedding.
Yeah.
Might have wanted a big wedding.
Yeah.
But his father was really cute. And he says after his second sister got married, he leans over to us and goes, I liked y'all's wedding the best.
Well, see, the thing is I want to do something small-ish and more intimate, and then we can have like a bigger reception.
Mm-hmm. Well, we keep talking about having a party.
Yeah.
Which we're almost to that point, because we said 20 years, and this year was
19?
17.
17. I thought it was 19.
Yeah,
17.
I couldn't remember. 17. So.
No, it would be 19.
No, it is 19. I was just going to say.
19.
19.
My bad.
Right. Next year. Oh, shit, honey. We're supposed to have a party next year.
But this year made a year me and Jellybean were married.
Yeah, I remember when you guys got married. that was a big shit deal for you guys. Like, don't get me wrong, weddings are a big shit deal.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be Justin's first, by the way. So, of course, it's a really big shit deal to him. And I'm like, it's a wedding. We're going to sign a piece of paper.
I'm kind of anti-marriage on the government end.
On the government end, yes. The piece of paper, yes. The contract, I understand. Yeah, and not so much about that. That's why he and I have called each other husband and wife for like the last 3.5 years anyway.
Well, and
like, it's not about the contract.
I'm good with what the Celts used to do. And basically, you had a contract for a year.
Mm-hmm.
That you signed between the two of you. You wrote it up, and what you're okay. We're going to try this out, see how it works for a year.
Yeah,
we're going to share everything, and these are the rules. And we'll come back to this place in 1 year and 1 day.
Yeah, and I
decide if you want to make it forever.
Because, like, in cases like mine, where I'm legally married to somebody that I don't want to be married to anymore, and I have been stuck with this for the last 5.5, 6 years, where I wanted to end it 6 years ago. I can't do that because I have to go through a process where if things were like that, I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Well, that and marriage has become such a legal standing in our government. It gives you so many benefits as well as cons.
Yeah.
It's like when our children got diagnosed with autism, we had a social worker actually look at us and say, you guys might want to consider getting a divorce.
Yeah.
I'm going to go inside and grab breakfast real quick, but I still have my headset on.
Okay.
We'll still hear
you. We're just going to stare at the inside of the Ford. It's okay. No big deal.
Why did they say that?
Because we would probably be eligible for more services.
Mm-hmm. Because they would be single parents at that point.
Yeah.
They could still live in the same home.
We would have to have a separate beds. And
they basically just they're different bedrooms is all. And I mean, I understand
I don't have room for that.
Right. But at the same time, like, why go through all of that? I understand it would be more beneficial, but at the same time,
well, and it's not that it would be more beneficial, it could be.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm not spending all that money for it could be.
Right.
Especially in this state where things get flipped all the time. Mm-hmm. Oh, you can have ABA therapy for your kid in home. Cool. A month later, sorry, we're taking this away now.
Yeah.
Here's some money for track therapy. You owe us $700. What? Wait. What?
Yeah, no, that's not how that works.
That happens down here all the time. People are like, why are you worried about this? Because I've been stung on more than one occasion.
Right.
One of my kids' favorite therapies, we have a horse therapy down here at Happy Farms. They do therapy with the horses. All my kids love that therapy, which I really thought the oldest wouldn't, to be honest. But they have special platforms so they can actually get up on the horse. My oldest doesn't get on the horse. He just walks with the horse. But he loved it too. They only got to do it 3 times.
Right.
Because the government turned around and said, oh, we're not paying for that anymore. And I was like, really? I can't afford the hundreds of dollars it would be a month to do it once or twice a month. And I can't fault the ranch because I used to race horses. I know how much it costs to do that kind of stuff. And on top of that, they have to be certified and have trainers who are certified. So that costs even more money. So it's not their fault that they don't get to be a nonprofit either.
Polite, I just want to say I love your cup.
It's crazy. It's crazy how the stuff works.
I love it.
Cherry blossoms.
I love it.
I have a cherry blossom room in my house.
Yeah,
I remember.
I have been debating on whether or not to open up my island yet, but like I'm super paranoid because I think it looks like junk.
They all do. They're all a work in progress. If you're not work in progress on your island, are you even playing?
I just got
not jelly beans because hers is just amazing, but and Kira's
I just got
KK
KK Slider this morning.
Oh
nice.
yeah, KK's coming to my island to do a concert. I just don't know when. I'm supposed to be there, which I probably won't be, but you know.
Well, you can always turn back time.
Yeah,
you can turn back time.
If I could find a way.
Mel showed up.
Says, hey Mel, I have 2 sugarcane starts and 2 potato starts if you want them.
Oh.
I got excited because I could afford to go buy a smoker, so I sent it to Dane. I was like,
I have lots of potato starts. I don't have any sugarcane. but I would love to have them.
You go through that, Vixie, with her son. This is Chrissy. I go through that, Vixie. My son and I get approved for stuff, and then they take it. It took 10 years to get a new walker. I've been trying to get a new wheelchair for 3 years.
Wow.
For bad days, still nothing.
I feel you, Chrissy. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I've had my shoulders need operated on for the last 15 years. And they just, it's either it gets I get to a certain point and then I have to start all over again with the different specialists and stuff like that. I get almost to the point of surgery and then they're like, no. It's very frustrating.
I have a bad uterus and nobody wants to touch it. They're like, oh no, you're fine.
Oh, and then my teeth, because of my thrombocytopenia, my teeth are crumbling. And they feel bad because my jaw is strong because it's not from rot. It's not from like cavities and stuff. It's just they're just falling apart.
Yeah.
Because of my blood disorder. And they're like, I went into the place I'm supposed to go, and the guy would not even come in the room. He stood in the hall and was like, "We can't touch you." I'm like, where am I supposed to go?
Why am I here?
Right. Why did I waste my time coming in? You could have told me that over the phone.
Yeah. So I have to go to a specialist and I have to pay out of pocket for the surgery. But because I have to do it in an OR, because of my blood disorder, they have to put me under so that I don't bleed out.
Right.
But so if I have to do any dental work, I have to go to an ER and get emergency surgery so that Medicaid will pay for the OR room, the anesthesia, and the the packed platelets I usually have to take the night before. It's crazy how this works.
It really
you have
is.
to play the system.
Yeah.
Or you will not get anything. It's crazy.
To me, it's kind of stupid. But then again, I also have the view of we as human beings deserve certain things. Like, I think we deserve free housing, free food, and at least one free vehicle every so many years. And a lot of people look at me, they're like, that's a socialist view. I don't give a fuck. I'm a human being. I deserve certain things.
Well,
why not? And you can call that a sense of entitlement. I don't give a fuck about that either.
There's enough.
Medical care is another big one.
Yeah, there's
Why can't
enough.
we help take care of each other?
Yeah.
We have enough bounty, I guess, in the United States where the government could actually pay everyone a living wage.
Yeah. Do you know
And
that
then if
Germany
you want
is currently
more,
running commercials talking about we have a shortage of food in our country and we can't even feed our own population, and they're trying to help us? I saw it last night on TikTok. I was like, no fucking way.
Is Sarah McLachlan playing in the background?
In the arms.
Just I was trying
looking
so
really
hard to
sad.
keep a straight face, and
I'm like, where's the sad puppy at? Because that just makes. I'm sorry, I can't do that shit. I can't watch that shit.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
We're getting a little political, but I'm okay with it right now. I'm not upset by it. I'll let you know if I get a little upset, but no, right now I don't.
That'll be shut that shit down. Okay.
Well, we were talking about this in an econ class back in high school, actually, that if the government did give everybody a living wage, basically, this is not a new idea, guys. This isn't something I came up with. There other governments do similar things already, especially Norway. If you want to check into a really interesting government, check out Norway.
Oh, yeah.
They have some pretty impressive stuff,
Well,
and there's reason that if you don't live there and be a citizen, you can't get a job.
Right.
Period.
Well, in most countries, we'll take maternity leave, for instance. Most countries have anywhere between 6 months to a year for maternity leave. That's paid.
Minimum.
Yeah.
And that's for both the father and the mother.
Yeah, I was going to say, and paternity leave, which we don't have.
We don't have paternity leave, which I think should be a thing because, okay, Pork Chop just had a fucking baby and he couldn't take time off work to spend time with his newborn.
I almost cried when I saw that video.
Yeah. Not only that, but like their leaves are paid.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that in this country, and it's bullshit that we don't. But
that's
then
because the corporate
greed.
Yeah. Is there.
Not only that, but do you know how much childcare currently is?
Oh,
it's insane. It's almost as much as rent.
I have a friend of mine. No. I have a friend of mine.
It's more.
She's in Kansas City. She has 2 toddlers.
Oh,
she
no.
pays
Yeah.
upwards
Insane.
of $1,400 a month for childcare,
Yes.
and her fucking rent is not even $900.
Yeah.
And
It's
that's
insane.
with government help.
And that's when you go, why are we working? To put our kids in childcare? To have somebody raise my kids?
Right.
You know, we've had people...
and then the government wants to step in and says, yes, we have programs available, but we're only going to give them to you for so long because we want you to go out there and we want you to earn your money. Okay, fine. But the thing is, and there have been generations of families that have abused the system, and I get that. But if you have a child under a specific age, I feel like you should be able to stay home with your children and be a part of their lives and not have to worry about how you're going to support your fucking family.
Yeah, because before...
And as a childcare worker, we're not getting paid that much.
I was just going to say, and our workers aren't getting paid even close to enough.
Just to let you know, by the way, this is something I ran across as well. There are going to be on the 15th of this month, 32,000 nurses and medical staff across the country that are going on strike because of Kaiser Permanente. So the medical field's going to crumble a little bit, you guys. Just a forewarning.
Yeah, thank God for my personal training.
That's awful, Chrissy.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, when I had my biological youngest, I was back to work within 10 days of him being born because I couldn't afford to not go back to work.
Yeah.
That's too much. That's too much.
Welcome back, Dane.
Right.
That is way too much for... We just put a lot on the everyday man. On the what I call the everyman. This country just puts way too much on the everyman.
Yeah.
Back in the 50s, a man could have a job selling shoes, and that would support him and his family in their
and they had
home,
a decent home. All of their bills
at
were
least
paid.
one car,
Yeah.
at least 2 children,
Not
and
anymore.
that pay would support that family. Unfortunately, with the rising costs and so on and so forth, the wage system has not kept up with that.
So, okay, when COVID hit, there were countries out there that when they shut down, they were paying their citizens a monthly wage to stay home. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Canada was one of them. They were giving their residents $2,000 a month. And I know
lots
that
of
sounds
Europe
like a lot of
was
money,
too.
but that's not a lot of money. However, it was enough to survive on. Okay.
Right.
We're over here like, no, you can't work, but yeah, you got to pay your fucking bills.
Yep.
Thank God for Verizon. I'm going to give Verizon credit on that one.
Yeah.
If you can't, you can sign a thing about pay later.
Yeah.
And they still have it. They haven't quit yet.
Right.
But when COVID started, they're like, don't worry about this. We're not going to cut you off from the world.
Now, granted, we were lucky enough to be able to have Justin, and granted, I didn't want him out there because the first run after the shutdown was they sent him straight to fucking New York, and I had a fucking breakdown over it. But we were lucky enough to where we haven't struggled through the pandemic because he's been able to work. He's been as safe as he can, and we haven't had it touch our home yet. Thank the gods. Yeah. But at the same time, there's so many people out there struggling because of what's going on. And people are losing their homes.
Me, I lost my apartment.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane. And yet the government's like, oh, well, we'll give you so much money, like once a year, maybe twice a year. Like, that's supposed to fix everything. Oh, yeah, we're going to give you so much per kid. And if you don't have kids, you're fucked.
The only reason we've struggled because of COVID is because I had shitty jobs.
Right. That's understandable, Dane. But, like, the point is like, the infrastructure needs to be rebuilt. Like, we need to look at the rest of the world and say, why are we being so pig-headed? There's no reason for us to be this pig-headed.
We need to look at those people who have over $200 billion, and there's only 7 billion people on this planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do some math.
Right.
Agreed.
Love your fellow
You have 7 billion.
human.
You've still got 290 something billion. That's not enough.
Yeah.
I don't understand that at all.
Well, the problem with
we already know
billionaires-
what Mel would do because she gives away everything on her island.
the problem
He's
with
like, you need money?
billionaires,
Here, shake my trees and take my bells.
they don't have like actual cash. They have it in like property. They have
Right.
it in
Right.
yeah. There's
But
it's
still,
liquidized.
we have this huge homeless problem. We have this huge
Mhm.
problem with children not being able to eat because our
Can I address
parents
the
are too
homeless
broke.
problem real quick?
Mhm.
Studies have shown, I've read multiple studies, have shown that it will cost America less to house our homeless than it does for what we pay to have homeless. Because you do pay to have homeless. You have extra police, you have shelters, you have food banks, and,
Well, and
and
here's
so
the
on and
thing.
so forth.
Okay.
That we
There-
wouldn't need if these people were housed.
Okay, so in Colorado, in Longmont, Colorado, there is a community that is building tiny homes for homeless veterans so they can get another start. There's states out there that are doing things like this to try to help. And granted, it's not enough help yet, but there's a start to it. And I
Right.
commend these states for that. But every state needs to do something like that.
It needs to be a federal level.
It
Or
does.
If it's gonna make an impact, it needs to be on a federal level.
Correct.
I
Because
remember
all these empty buildings you could take and you could make shelters or homes out of.
They shut
But
down
yet-
malls.
Shut
Right.
down malls. Thank you.
But
School
yet,
4.
Used to have,
we're sitting here
You're not from
going,
used to have
Jacksonville.
a
You might not know
man-
about School 4, but
We used to
Look
have
up.
a man here in North Carolina. He was homeless, but he was also one of the richest men in North Carolina. But he chose to be homeless because he knew that if everybody knew he had the money,
they were
they
going to come
be
after his
begging
money.
him for it. So he chose to live homeless and has his money scattered through different banks all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
That's a life choice. That's different.
Right.
That's different.
Right.
And
But-
not normal. That's
No.
not normal.
And the thing is when you look at the homeless population, a lot of people don't look at the veteran population of the homeless.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why
That
the
makes up
22
a
a
big
day is
part
a
of it.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why the mental health system needs to be fucking reevaluated.
Mm-hmm.
The homeless situation needs to be addressed. There's so many things in this country that need to be addressed, and individual
squabbling
groups are
over
doing
stupid
something
stuff.
about it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's people that are not doing anything about it,
Yeah.
and
Well,
that's what.
The people in power.
Yes.
Mhm.
Now,
So-
granted, there was one person who was a former president who found out that there was somebody who was homeless living in their tower, and they gave them an apartment for the rest of their life. And
Mhm.
that's great on them, but they have a whole building that's full of empty offices, so why can't they do that for
well, it sometimes it's showboating.
right? And I
I hate to say
honestly
it like
believe
that, but it's true. Sometimes it's showboating.
right.
Some people.
Jelly bean,
Here's
we're
what
going
you
to
can
church.
do. Pay attention to what's going on. Help where you can help. And fucking vote. I don't care what you vote for. Just make your voice heard. If you and I have difference of opinion, that's fine.
Right.
But I have to vote. And if you want to cancel out my vote, your butt better get out there.
See, here's I have always said, I don't give a fuck who you vote for. I'm not your friend because of who you fucking vote for. I don't give a fuck who you vote for. Just be a decent fucking human being. And if you
That's
choose
right.
not to vote, you do not have the right to bitch.
Thank you. That's a rule in my house.
And
If you
typically
didn't
you'll
vote,
find that
you
I
don't get to
don't
bitch.
bitch about politics because 100% of the time up until today, I have chosen to take the right to not do so because I haven't found an issue that I foresee will be changed anytime soon because of what's going on at hand. Do I have beliefs that things need to change? Absolutely. Do I have the power to change them on a small level?
I was asked to run for mayor once. I said,
Oh, nobody wants me in a government office. I'll tell you that much. I
I
fuck
said
that shit up.
absolutely no.
No.
I'm too opinionated.
And
I
it is
can-
very rare that we do this, Jelly Bean, but there's a first time for everything.
Take me to church.
She said, "Wait, are we getting
Hey, Terry.
political on Planet Flipside this morning?"
A little
What's up,
bit.
Bubba?
I like I said in the beginning, I'm okay. I'll let you know if we start crossing lines. We've been pretty much
skirting.
Yeah, thank you. I couldn't think of the word.
What's up, Bubba?
Cherry, you
bring
can
it up.
run for president, and Jelly Bean can be your vice president.
I'm afraid. Stop it.
You all don't want me as president, and here's why. I would make it too free.
I would take every politician.
She would mandate pancakes for everyone every day.
That's right.
Pancakes
every
literally
morning.
Take every
Politician
and put them on barely a living
I got a
wage
bag
and tell
full
them,
of
now you
pancakes
fucking
over
survive because this is what I've been doing my entire life.
Well, that is one of my things is government. If you're in the government, you get paid whatever somebody on Social Security gets paid. You do not get anything beyond that. Once you do your term, you find another fucking job.
Yep.
I don't have to pay your wages for the rest of your life just because you sat in a chair. Thank you for your service. That's what I owe you. Is thank you for your service. Move on.
And you don't really even owe a politician that.
Well, it depends on the politician.
Correct.
Some of them do go to war. I've seen it.
Right.
That little girl, what is her name? She talks out about equal rights and stuff a lot.
AOC?
Yes, AOC. She's
or
amazing.
do you mean like the girl Greta? She's from like Sweden or something.
Yeah, the girl Greta. She's tiny.
Greta.
She's like
yeah, the little girl. Yeah,
she's like 12.
She might be a little older now. Because I think when she started, she was 12.
Yeah, she's amazing. That girl can talk. She's going to take over the world. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Or she's going to get killed, one or the other. And I'm not trying to be an ass. It's just
that's just the reality of the situation.
She's like, she talks like a messiah, and somebody's going to get pissed about it. But she's amazing, and kudos to her parents. Whoever raised that girl, you did good. You did damn good. I'm proud for you. I'm like, when I heard her talk, I was like, oh, I'm so fucking proud. She's not even mine.
Somebody did something right with that kid.
Somebody did something right with that girl.
She's her own power.
Well-articulated.
Yeah.
What?
She has her own like power. She's
she definitely has
sure of herself.
That root chakra is strong in that one.
You guys, I feel like an asshole because I missed a really good show last night.
Oh my god, it was so good.
I'm gonna go back either tomorrow or Tuesday, and I'm actually gonna sit down and watch it because I'm not gonna have time today.
Yeah. It was so fun.
I kind of had last minute, hey, we just showed up at your house kind of thing. And I was like, okay.
Well, yeah. I tell you guys, Liz might become a permanent part of Flipside. She's
and
talking
I absolutely
about it. And I'm so excited.
She plays Animal Crossing and Mario Kart.
I heard.
I'm very excited.
Speaking of Animal Crossing, Cherry and Mel, did you all get anything in the mail today?
I haven't.
Jelly Bean said she sent something, but I'm not in there. Oh wait, Dane sent me something. Dane, yes, he sent a unicorn.
Dane,
yeah, cute.
I got another stuffy, I think, last night. When I was on, I don't remember what else I got.
I sent you 2 stuffies.
Yeah, I got the unicorn, and then I got another stuffy.
Yeah, I sent you. I sent you 2 more stuffies last night. It was late last night.
Okay.
She hasn't been on yet this morning.
Yeah, no, I haven't been on
yet this morning either. I was on last night for a little bit, but then I got off.
I actually went to bed last night, guys.
So did I. Like, kind of early for me.
Day.
I went to bed early Friday night.
I didn't get eggs.
A friend of mine, actually, that I haven't talked to in a couple of years. I texted her when I was in Colorado, whenever the fuck that was, a week or 2 ago, because she lives there, and I was going to actually be really close to where she was at, but she wasn't able to meet up. So, okay, fine, whatever. Well, she texted me last night, and I responded. Now, mind you, anytime I respond to a text from this woman, and I love her dearly, we end up on the phone all fucking night, literally.
It's me and Monica.
So she ended up calling me, and originally I was going to ignore the call, and Justin was like, you haven't spoken to her in like 2 years. I was like, you know what? You're right. So we played catch up until about 2 o'clock this morning. And that was after the time change. But her phone finally died, so I was like, it's time to go to bed. Okay, good night. Yeah. So Last night was exciting. There was a whole bunch of stuff going on that I didn't expect to happen. So.
Yeah.
We dropped down to 50 some odd degrees, like 52 degrees last night, and the kids
It
went to
was
sleep.
beautiful. Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, we need to go somewhere where it's winter, so the kids will sleep.
I mean, it's currently 63 degrees in my town, so.
Right now it's 61, I think. Oh, maybe not. Looks like there wasn't a refresh. It's 62. And
Why
partly
am I
sunny.
hearing backbeat from myself?
Brent. It's Brent.
Oh.
Or it's Jelly Bean. I don't know which one it is.
It might be Jelly Bean too.
I was blaming Brent. That's so rude.
That was so rude.
We're 58 right now.
It's okay.
Well,
58.
I'm gonna hop off the table so I can eat
55.
breakfast.
All right, have
Enjoy.
Enjoy your
Be here a
breakfast.
little bit for D&D.
And thank you for the purple
D&D,
unicorn.
Yeah, see you at
You're
D&D
welcome.
at 1.
Oh,
See
you have
y'all
to
later.
lean
By the
towards
way,
me.
I left a message in the server for everybody last week to get me their social media links because I was writing up a description, which the only one who did that was Dane, guys.
Oh,
I
you're
forgot.
terrible.
You did not
I
understand
still-
the assignment, guys. What?
I still got to get Jelly Beans done. I saw
Okay. I can't put the description up until I have everybody's.
Hubby
social media
said,
stuff.
I don't have social media links. And I said, you can put,
I'll
put
get it done
CEO
before the
of
show
Planet
and send it to you.
Flipside.
All right. I mean, yeah, that's absolutely perfectly okay, and I can write that in.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, Brent. I'm sorry.
So what I'll do
Oh,
is,
Brent's
like,
same
I
way.
know Jack has social media. For everybody who does have a link, just send it to me so I can put it in there. For everybody who doesn't, I'll work my way around that.
She'll make some
Okay.
smart ass comment to put after your name.
Oh yeah.
I will
what I
see y'all
do.
later.
Bye.
Bye, honey. He still needs to make me a video on how to move my rocks.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I
maybe
don't
you
know
should have
how
told him that before he
happens.
I just thought of it.
For
The minute he
description
got
for
off the
D&D
table, I thought of it.
It's for the RPG Tavern. It's not for any of the other shows.
Yep. They can find me through Polite if they need me. Yeah, hubby's like that too. Find Vixie,
Yeah.
you'll find me.
But oh my goodness, guys.
This is really good, guys. I
Is
have to
it?
say, I'm very impressed with this. So if you've been thinking whether you're going to try Jot or not, it's a good deal. You can get it on auto
Renewal.
whatever.
Refill.
I did a special where I got the regular and the dark, and it came with this little cup. So cute. It's black with a little white bunny rabbit on it,
Aw.
which I'd show you, but I don't have it on me. And it's adorable. For like $40
That's not
total,
bad.
which was basically on sale. So yeah, if you've been thinking, I'm not sure, it's kind of an odd thing. It's 20% concentrated, or 20 times concentrate. So about 6 to 8 fluid ounces of liquid to a tablespoon of Jot. Makes your coffee, and you can go. The less you go, the more espresso like it is. And it's got a nice smooth flavor. Even when I took that drink of almost pure Jot, it was like, oh, wow, that's really strong. But it was tasty. It wasn't like painful or gross or anything like that. So I highly recommend it. And you can put it in hot as well as cold, too. It even recommends different ways. It comes with a book to make different drinks and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That sounds cool.
That's my little thing on Jot. I might have to write them and say, are you looking for an ambassador? Because let me tell you something. I like your product. And I'm a picky ass bitch. Seriously though, people, there are very few coffees I'll drink, and I love coffee.
Well, that's
There's
because
few and far between.
coffee has been a major part of your
It
life.
has. I've been a barista since I was 18. So the first coffee house I ever worked at was called Java the Hut.
Oh, I love that.
It was very cool. And I got blues, lots of blues in that one. Lots of blues music and live bands. It was great. New spells.
Woo.
You're making a video for me?
For the
The
rocks,
rocks.
beer.
Oh. See, I
60.
forgot. I'm a little embarrassed, but that's okay. We're all human.
I walked into this room and I can't remember why. Oh, yeah, that's why.
That's why. What a day. Today is a busy day. We have D&D next from 1 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
So tune in. It's a good storyline. It's fun.
I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And
all
I've
the
never
characters,
played D&D.
all you characters are characters, man.
No, Mal's just Mal.
But the
She's
thing is,
psychotic.
you actually role play. There are some
Yeah.
people who play D&D that don't role play; they just throw dice. So you guys really role play, and it's
Jack
y'all
likes
have
to
a really
keep it
good
character,
chemistry.
that's
I like
for
it.
damn sure.
Yeah. I find it
Yes,
hilarious.
man, I am ready
It's
to
fun.
go. Let's go hunt some booger bears, man.
Booger bears.
Booger
I died.
bears.
I almost spit coffee out of that. Let's go get some booger bears. I'm like, you must be talking about bugbears.
Yes, but we've deemed them booger bears.
I know. There was a snot-nosed kid involved somewhere too. I remember.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
booger butt.
Booger bears. That's just. Oh man.
What
I
about
could not figure out what a bug. I remember when I first started playing D&D, I could not figure out what a bugbear would look like because there wasn't a picture in the original set. So finally, when I think it was second edition came out, they had a picture of it. It looks like a bear.
Does it have antennae?
No, it looks like a giant goblin.
To me, it's that. Okay, then the one I saw was not a bugbear, and somebody told me it was. The liars. It's a giant goblin. Why do they call him bug? No.
You know why?
Actually, he sneezed all over me. It's gross.
This
You know
is gonna be a
why?
long explanation.
No, it's not. It's
Okay.
actually not a long explanation.
Okay.
It's from the English language. A bugbear is a special problem. It's a big problem.
Oh, so it's the
that's all
actual
that is.
definition of the word.
Look,
Okay,
just point me in its direction. Don't let me fucking die, but I will fuck it up as much as I can.
just
That's my
dwarf
job.
tossing. Is that what you're talking about?
What? No, I'm talking about killing shit. That's my job. That's Mal's job. That's what
Throw
she does.
me.
Look, I
Don't
almost
tell the
died
elf.
last week. And I was like, every week, there's this whole thing. Every week, I'm gonna fucking die. I'm gonna fucking die. I know I'm gonna fucking die. And Brent's like, "Oh, you're not gonna die, but we're gonna make you think you're gonna die."
Yeah, that's the vibe.
My one friend who played a dwarf, our first character was a dwarf, and the first time we did hide,
Mm-hmm.
she rolled terrible, and dwarves can't hide to begin with. So while this army's coming up, she stood in the middle of the road with her axe, double-handed axe, in front of her face, going, "I'm hiding." And that's the picture I get of a dwarf every time I think of that. Is that I'm hiding. And she's the one I got the idea of naming my donkeys breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Because that she hated riding a horse because dwarves don't like riding horses, but they make good meals.
Speaking of,
She goes,
breakfast,
"For now, you're good.
do you
but
know
in
what
a
we're
couple
having
of
for
days,
dinner?
there'll be dinner."
Breakfast?
We're doing what I affectionately call the mountain. When I go to a restaurant and I want breakfast, what I do is I get hash browns, eggs, bacon, and sausage gravy, and I pile it into a mountain. And there's a specific order it has to go in. It has to be the hash browns on bottom, and then you put your bacon on top of that. Then you put your eggs on. And I typically don't like runny eggs. Like typically I'm scrambled, but when I do this, it's usually over medium, over easy-ish. And then you put your sausage gravy on top of that because you get everything in one. Like it's one bite of everything. And it's not made for people who have to separate their food. That's for damn sure.
If you have issues, don't do this.
Yeah, don't do this. But I introduced this to Justin a couple of weeks ago, and last night I was like, "What do you want for dinner tomorrow?" Because that's like the first thing. As soon as we wake up, what do you want for dinner? Because I only cook once a day. What do you want for dinner? So he looked at me and he said, "I want the mountain." And I was like, "Let's do it. Fuck it. Sounds good to me." So that's what we affectionately call it because it's literally like a mountain of food. And this is when we found out like exactly how much we're being affected because of the shutdowns that are going on throughout the country. Like we walked into the grocery store and We only had 2 brands to pick out for hash browns. We only had 1 brand to pick out for the sausage. Like, eggs were almost even scarce at this point. I was like, shit. Yep. However, we're going to survive. It's going to be okay. We're going to get our mountain. Who the fuck cares?
Maybe a little different, but it'll still be there.
Right. One of these days
we
may
do
not
with
be
what
able to
you
get
got.
the sausage, so we're just going to have it with the gravy.
Da, da, da.
But I would be damned if I ever go without bacon, because I buy that shit at pounds, like boxes at a time.
You know how I buy it?
You buy the restaurant style boxes, though, don't you?
Yeah.
I need to.
We get it. Sam's Club isn't a deal. So I don't get it at Sam's Club. I get it from GFS, and not everyone has a GFS. Right. GFS is a restaurant supply, and in some towns they open up their doors to the public. And ours, I was so excited when ours moved in. I was like, yes, because they have the best bacon crumbles because they're not pre-baked because they're made for pizza.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the pre-baked crumbles. I want my crumbles to cook.
Right.
Whatever. So though I get those for all different kinds of stuff.
You say that now, Brent. I'm gonna fucking die today. I just know it.
You pull the sheet off and you stick it in the pan. And you stick it in the oven. It's all good. It's already separated for you. I love it.
Well, okay, so we're gonna run back to the D&D thing real quick. Because Polite was like, we've got you. And last week, everybody was so great because I'm over here trying to beat the shit out of everything. And I'm like on the verge of death. And everybody's like, no, we're going to help. We're going to help. And I'm like, fuck, Mal doesn't know how to react to this. She doesn't know how to react to people being kind to her. Because she's...
Don't forget your abilities. That's all we're saying.
She's always been thrown into chaotic situations where she may or may not survive. And she doesn't have time to worry about what's going on around her. It's kill or be killed. So this is a new adventure for her because she's like, people are being nice and you don't know these people. What the fuck? Okay, so now we got to figure out how to be nice to these people. So I'm trying to walk around, get information, and pay people off. That's my way of being nice.
Here, have some money.
Yeah, I got enough of it. I don't fucking need it. Fuck. Dude was like, here, have 7 gold. And I was like, give it to Jellybean. What the fuck am I going to do with this? Am I going to melt it down and make a fucking axe out of it? Come on.
All right. So our time is up. We got to give these guys a break so they can have some lunch before their game.
Yeah.
And all that good stuff. Thank you so much for coming. Remember, Coffeehouse is open to everyone in the Discord server. So when we go live, there is a link in the
Discord
Coffeehouse room.
Yes.
So if you want to come up and join us, you're welcome. So today at 1, we have the RPG Tavern. And they'll be killing monsters and making friends. And then tonight we have Bitches with Switches at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Where I'm going to take all of my aggression the D&D fucking session out on fucking.
So I get to call Cherry a whore, and it's okay.
And it's
the only time it's okay.
And it's okay.
It's okay. It's the only time it's okay. But it's
okay. Over here rude. It's for Bitches with Switches.
Goddamn whore.
And stay the fuck out of my way. I'm just saying.
So, come for the fun, stay for the. Come for the violence, stay for the fun. Come for the fun.
Either way around.
Either way.
Come for the chaos and stay for the violence.
It's chaotic and it's fun, and I'm kind of a little bit excited because I've been racing the Japanese guys at night. So.
Oh fuck, Mel! You got competition now.
And I won twice.
And you know them little Japanese dudes are like vicious as shit.
They're vicious, man. I thought I was a vicious kid, man.
I'll fuck you up.
Dang.
When she says I'll kamikaze, these motherfuckers are like, oh no, we're taking out the entirety of everybody.
They gang up on you. There's like 4 of them usually in a race that gang up on me. I'm like, dude.
Right?
So you gotta watch your back, man.
Watch your ass.
Anyway. Oh, who wants to sign off first? Or are we just going to say goodbye, see you later, and sign off tonight?
I think we should just all sign off tonight. Since it's
all right, ready?
Day.
Okay, love you, bye!
Love you, bye!
It is by will alone that I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of Java that thoughts acquire speed, the lips acquire stain, the stains become a warning. It's by will alone I set my mind in motion.
O Lord, give me coffee to accept the things I cannot change, the extra espresso shot to change the things I can, and one more cup so I can tell the difference. Grande.
Hail, coffee full of cream, caffeine is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst the beverages, and blessed is the result of thy consumption, wakefulness. Holy coffee, color of mud, be there for us workers, now at the hour of our commute, so must it brew.
Caffeine is my shepherd, I shall not doze. It maketh me to wake in green pastures, it leadeth me beyond the sleeping masses, it restoreth my buzz, it leadeth me into a path of consciousness for its name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of addiction, I fear no equal, for thou art with me. Thy cream and thy sugar, they comfort me. Thou preparest a carafe before me in the presence of Juan Valdez. Thou anointest my day with pep, my mug runneth over. Surely richness and taste shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. How about you this morning? We saved you a seat. May your coffee cup runneth over, and may your day be magical.